Hey Kentucky, welcome back. Time to talk a few more topics now. First up, a federal judge is allowing a lawsuit to proceed in an unsettling case from Hardin County. It began after 6 young children were spotted alone in a family van while their mother went into a coffee shop in 2017. Police determined the kids were unharmed but notified social workers who later showed up at the family's home along with a sheriff's deputy. The family says the frightened and tearful children were strip searched under threat of removal from the home. The case was eventually closed with no abuse found. Keith, this is a traumatic experience for those kids.
I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around why this happened. Like, what's the purpose of going this way towards the kids? I could get it if it was the mother, she left them alone. But why do this with kids? It's just got to be so traumatic.
Yeah, it's something they will never get out of their heads. There's a growing possibility that Kentucky's 2 major U.S. Senate candidates will not debate face-to-face this fall. Last week, longtime incumbent Mitch McConnell accepted an invitation for a debate on October 12th that would be broadcast statewide. At last word, though, Democratic challenger Amy McGrath had not responded to that offer. Then last night, she accepted offers for 2 other debates. The sticking point is the number of candidates on stage. The statewide debate would only involve McConnell and McGrath. Keith, I just, the 2 of them need to debate each other, and they need to, it needs to be statewide, in my opinion.
Yeah, we all need to hear their viewpoints, what they have to say about the other. I mean, it's just why you would not go in and accept at least one. We'd love to see one statewide where we can judge each other and see what we think of each candidate.
I don't think you're ready for this political stage if you're not ready to do that.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. All right, a Northern Kentucky woman who has been fighting breast cancer has also been battling to keep up decorations that represent a beach oasis on her front porch. The woman says neighbors, friends, and family helped build what she considers a peaceful retreat to remind her of the Bahamas, Haiti, and Puerto Rico. But someone complained to the city, who followed up with a notice. But leaders say now that they know the woman's situation and the fact that she doesn't plan to keep the decorations up permanently, they plan to try and work with her. Keith, it's always somebody. There's always, you can't make everybody happy. There's always going to be somebody.
Didn't Cal tell you that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad they were able to get together and talk about it, and they didn't just go in there and say, this has to go. They went in there and they learned the situation.
Yeah.
They understood why she was doing this and why so many other people helped her to do this. And so it's good to see it getting resolved that way.
Absolutely. All right, Dwayne Peavy may have left UK, but he wants to see Coach Cal's squad on the floor again. Kentucky's former Deputy Director of Athletics says his first order of business as the new AD at DePaul to schedule a home-and-home with the Wildcats. When asked about the possibility of UK heading up to Chicago to take on the Blue Demons in the near future, Peavy said Cal better have his phone handy because the conversations are coming. Keith, I think this would be a great thing for Cal and Dwayne to work out together. Of course this should happen.
Yeah, but it's not really going to be a home and home, see. It's going to be a home at Rupp, and then they're going to have to play at the Bulls Arena. It's not going to happen on campus for DePaul. But you can try. The good thing is that they're going to keep up the phone conversations, because even Coach Calipari told us yesterday that he's going to be still relying on Dwayne Peavy and some of the things that he has to say.
Sure, they have too long of a relationship together to not. Former UK center Nick Richards became a fan favorite in his time in Lexington. And as he prepares for the NBA draft, Richards has joined Cameo to interact with True Blue fans for a small fee, of course. For $10.99, you can have a personal chat with him, and a personalized video from Richards for your friends or loved ones can be had for $35 a pop. Keith, we've got to see about getting on Cameo. This seems like the wave of the future here.
It really is. And you know who's like, oh, this is here now, is like a guy like Rex Chapman. Like, really? Yeah. Now it's happening? You know, I could have used this in my prime. He probably still could, you know. He's bigger than ever on social media. But
exactly.
Yeah, this is pretty cool for Nick Richards, and we'll see how well he does with it.
I think it's sweet. All right. Global esports organization GenG has announced a $1 million commitment to developing the next generation of leaders in the gaming industry with the University of Kentucky as a foundation partner. The fund will be used to support women, people of color, and low-income students enrolled in a U.S. university or college who are interested in majoring in gaming, esports, entrepreneurship, journalism, or content creation. I love this, Keith, because while many of us parents may lament the time spent on video games, people who create them do very well.
Yeah, but I like the fact, too, that it's very much like that minority leadership initiative that Coach Calipari talked about. And so that's the focus on this. That's the part that I love about that.
Very cool. All right, Eastern Kentucky football will be in the national spotlight to begin the 2020 college football season. The Colonels' opening game against Marshall will be televised on ESPN. It's currently scheduled for a 1 p.m. start on September 5th. Keith, how cool is this? Because if Eastern hadn't gone out and made its own schedule, we wouldn't have seen any of their games this year. Now they're going to be on ESPN.
Yeah, I had the chance to talk to Walt Wells actually today, and he said, look, we put our schedule together, and it's probably one of the more challenging ones we've had here at EKU. And once we got it finished, he said they were still coming. People were coming and calling and saying, can you play us? And he's like, I can't do any more than this. This is good enough. So, yeah, they're going to get a lot of exposure out of this. I think it was a wise move.
Kudos to them. All right, tonight's wrap-up is next as Hey Kentucky continues.